Well, it looks like it is Friday morning. Yep, it's Friday morning. We are up and running yet again. Yet again. Good morning, Jamie. How you today?
I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. Am I saying it with a question mark?
I think.
I'm doing all right.
All right. Well,
Got to do it with an exclamation point.
oh,
I'm
sorry.
doing,
Can't hear. Hold on. Okay. Did you say something back?
doing all right.
I had the I had the sound on my computer turned off.
Oh man, you missed the whole thing, man. Okay,
I was like, why you didn't answer?
I'm doing all right.
I'm doing all right.
How are
Doing
you?
all right. I'm all right.
Mm,
I was supposed to be gone out the house by now, but I'm all right.
okay, going out the. Well,
Yeah, I need to.
I can't see where you at. 'Cause the camera not on, but
I know. I'm still in my office,
well,
but
how's it you? What happened?
huh?
You said you were supposed to be going out the house. What happened? You all right?
Yeah, I was supposed to. No, I just haven't. Like, end up here for too long, and then the StreamYard thing started acting a monkey, and then I had to
Uh,
get that together. So I'm like,
I
yeah,
got you.
yeah. All right, you ready to rock and roll?
Yeah, as opposed to R&B or rap. Yeah. Good
Okay.
morning, everyone. Good morning, everybody. The Dow Jones futures, all of our futures is up. Hey, that sounds prophetic. At least 0.56 for Dow futures, S&P futures 0.49% up, Nas futures 0.35% up. Amazon shares are soaring. Uh, the European markets add 1% as oil and gas stocks lead their gains. All of Europe is up right now. Asia, their markets kind of fall a little bit. They're waiting for the Fed rate verdict, U.S. elections, etc. Only two of their five that are reported are up. That's Nifty 50, 0.39 and 39%, 0.39%. And HSI is 0.93. Again, as we always say, these global markets are intertwined, and the two top dogs when it comes to countries and gross domestic products, et cetera, is the United States and China. So that is a deal. The Boeing strike has been going on for a while. I still say they got some nerves, but that's just me. You know, parts is popping off of planes, then we got more reasons to have robots fixing stuff than humans, clearly. But I digress. So Exxon beat their earnings as well. We talked about Exxon. Well, we didn't talk about Exxon, but Exxon and Chevron both were reporting. So that came up during our earnings when we talked about that on the other day. So we have, as of right now, we have, let's see here. Sorry, we were talking about Exxon and Chevron because they were going to be reporting. We mentioned them the other day, is what I meant to say. So Fubo TV also reported this morning. I don't even know if anybody, I don't even know anybody that trades Fubo TV. But also, we didn't talk about Air Canada. Not for anything negative, but I have seen them in the news here and there recently, which was kind of a surprise. Um, I'm still trying to find out what the deal is with them, but they are obviously competitors with Southwest and Delta, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm gonna wait and see if there's anything else that pops up around them. But in terms of anything that we would consider earth shattering, the tech sector, Amazon, Apple, Intel, they're the ones that reported after close, and those are the ones that some of us are probably looking at the most. All right, so we want to make sure we are aware of what's happening with those things. Okay, okay. Let's take a look at Mancini numbers. the Mancini numbers. Quick start the day in SPX. And today's 57.34 first target hit. Remember that bears still retain control. So for those longs, do not be greedy, lock in gains, let runners do the heavy lifting. Let runners wait. Is that right? Yep. Let runners do the heavy lifting. This is relief pop. Okay. 57.52, 57.66 are next up. 57.24 through 27 now support. 57.05 or below. You're going to sell under that. So let's go to the charts. Ding, 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 ding. Let's go to the charts. All right. So adjust these numbers a little bit and add in the Mancini numbers. This is Thinkorswim. This is the 15-minute chart. I'm going to do 57, 52. I'll be able to watch this throughout the day. 57.52 and 57.66. All right, put that on there as well. Whoops. 57.66. And you can do this on your cell if you want to. It's a pain in the butt doing it on the cell, but I will say it is worth it to drop these lines in, especially if you're going to add some alerts to it. So 57.52, 57.66, and then I'll do 57.27 and 57.05. Those will be the last two that I do. 57.27, 57.05. Matter of fact, we'll do 05 first. And 57.27. And again, Mancini is pretty accurate. Whoops, when it comes to his numbers. What did I just do that? If I do say so myself, I have found 57. What did you say? 57.07. I found him to be quite accurate. 57.05, 57.27. That's what I'm looking for. 57.27. Okay, there. And then 57.05. And then we'll mark our 15-minute. And keep it moving. So this was a gap up this morning. On this 15-minute chart. There is a gap right here. I don't use these colors, but for whatever reason, it switches when I'm over here on my Windows machine. Here's what we got. Here's the 15-minute here. Whoops. Yep. And we got that marked. And then this will be the gap for this morning. I'll put that about right there. Again, SPX, 15-minute chart is where we are. And already right here, I can see for 57.52, that looks, so 57.52 was one of those points for yesterday that I would be marking. This is what happened yesterday. It gapped down and it basically just, kept moving down for the rest of the day. And so right around here at 10 o'clock, most of us know that phrasing is 10 o'clock turnaround. You see some activity right here with both of these candles. So that would have been a place that I would have been paying attention to because this candle started off up here, and then once it came back, it couldn't make it. So that would have been a place where on the 15-minute chart, we could have marked this where it turned around at. So it makes sense that it would be right here. Kind of struggling a little bit, right? But then I'm gonna bring this down. So I'm just kind of marking some swing points to get an idea of where price may be going, right? So good morning to the crew. LL, Natasha Standard, Lady T, Marsha Dawson, Janae. Thank y'all for showing up on today. Shout out to Woodrow Wilson. Good morning, sir. All right, we got another turnaround. I think I will put one more right here. And I'm just looking at this point right here. That one. So SPX is obviously very early. Probably not going to be a breakout yet. But we want to at least get to market some stuff to watch. Okay. And let's open this up. If you have any tickers you would like looked at, please feel free to drop those. In the meantime, let's take a look at our other information. Forex Factory calendar. Ding, 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 ding. For November 1st, we got the average hourly earnings month over month, which is the red folder at 8:30, the non-farm employment change, red folder, and the unemployment rate, also red folder. 9:45, final manufacturing PMI. 10 o'clock, coming up pretty soon, is the ISM manufacturing PMI. ISM, Institute Supply Management. All right. ISM manufacturing prices. So the PMI is a red folder. The ISM manufacturing prices is the orange folder. Then you got construction spending month over month. That's a yellow folder. All day, we got the Ward's total vehicle sales. All right. So that's the annualized number of cars and trucks sold domestically during the previous month. That is one of the signs of consumer confidence, apparently. So that was for our Forex Factory. Let's take a look at our investing.com. Again, we got 2 stars over here for the average hourly earnings year over year for October. 3 stars for the average hourly earnings month over month. Matter of fact, since we are already past these, we'll just go and skip ahead to what is going to be coming up, which is construction spending month over month for September. That's 2 stars. As of about 3 minutes, this will be getting reported. The ISM manufacturing employment for October, 2 stars. 1 star for the ISM manufacturing new orders index for October. We got the ISM manufacturing PMI for October. That's 3 stars over here, as well as the ISM manufacturing prices for October, also 3 stars. At 1 o'clock, though, we got the U.S. Baker Hughes oil rig count, 2 stars, and the total rig count for U.S. Baker Hughes is 2 stars as well. We got the Italian car registration year over year. Oh, sorry, wrong one. We got our speculative net positions as of 2:30, and that's when we do our run of the CFTC speculative net positions. Aluminum, copper, corn, crude oil, gold, NASDAQ 100, natural gas, S&P 500, silver, soybean, wheat are all in that group. Some of them are 2 stars, some of them are 1 star, but they are being reported around that I might have said 2:30. I meant 3:30. 3:30 time frame. All right. Hello there, Tunankali Rubushi, the Queen of South Africa. All right. So we have, that's about it as far as what's being reported over here for investing.com. So 3:30, there's still some stuff being reported. I can't say that with these things being here that I've seen any specific type of volatility to that by itself. I'm not saying that there is no effect. I'm just saying based on the things that we've experienced, I don't know if I've ever seen anything that's narrowed down to just that. For those at the very least during that time frame. But that 2:30 time frame is power hour, right? So 2:30, once you start hitting 2:30, you're getting close to the power hour time frame, and things do pick up. All right. Hello, good morning, Lisa Henry. We could take a look at Triple Q was requested. Let's take a look at RUT to man, this thing is more than broken out. All right. So the first candle for Russell 2000 has taken off. So the question is whether or not it will do something right here. At 22.24. Oh, my Adobe. Closing my Sam. Nice. And for this one, we want to add in, just in case it starts taking off. So the 10 o'clock turnaround right now is this time frame is when we may see this going up and then taking a dive back down. No guarantees, but many times there is a change in what we see in the charts around 10 o'clock. And it is consistent enough on SPX. I would say on the indexes, it's consistent enough to be of concern for us to pay attention to. So I'm putting in right now the gap up that happened this morning on RUT. We are on RUT on Thinkorswim. And this is our 15-minute. It's our 15-minute time frame we're looking at. So we're going to see if this is going to come back down. This could very well retest and continue up. As you know, there's all kind of things that could happen. We cannot be prepared for every single scenario, but we definitely want to be prepared for some type of scenario. All right, Triple Q was requested, so let's swing around to Triple Q. We're going to look at that on our daily chart. Yeah, so this dropped down. So, well, I'm going to clear this. First of all, let's look at what happened overall. This is what's going down with Triple Q. It has done a nice run up. It has retraced a couple times, but overall, this has been doing a nice run up. This is what it looks like on the weekly chart, right? It has been at highs. It is pushing its way back up to those highs currently, right? So this is a very nice, consistent run up in terms of what the charts are showing, as far as I'm concerned. So the first thing that I will re-chart will be this gap right here. So we want to make sure that is acknowledged. So we'll do it this way. All right? So there's so many ways that this can be charted. I'm going to increase the size of this so you all can see it hopefully more clearly. So depending on how you like to chart, we'll start with the seller zone. Then we'll run over to our options chain to see what's going down. All right. What I would do in this situation is do leg in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. That will put 4 in this base with a gap down right here. That's a strong leg out. And that is why I will put that there. This also will say the next time this comes up, it could very well break through this zone because there's been plenty of activity sitting through there. But I would, I'll be sitting there waiting for that to happen in this instance. And then for the buyer zone, I will put this right here. This will be one. This will be one visit right there. So we'll be good. Sorry, I don't understand. Oh my God, y'all. Siri just gets on my nerves. Can I just confess to sorry, I don't understand. She gets on my nerves. It's like when I'm not talking to her, she wants to chime up. But if I say Siri, she may or may not respond. It's ridiculous. All right. Do not be surprised at anything that happens right here on this current candle. I will definitely say that. So we got our zones 494 to 501 for the seller zone and 481 to 477 for this zone that is the buyers. Looks like the question was for okay. So there wasn't a time frame for the triple Q. So most people are doing triple Q for 0DTE. This is a one spread. So that would be 483. So if we did 78% out the money. So if we did 484 for 78% of the money and did the one spread, that would be 13 cents. But right now, 484 would be here. And this is doing its back and forthness right now. So I will still be waiting to get in, but I always start investigating right about now or what the numbers might be that I want to try to get in at. Where this is sitting could very easily be a iron condor opportunity. But as of right now, that'll be between 11 to 13 cents. It's going to keep moving. If I was doing above price at 490, 491, that would be 17 cents. So in both cases, you were getting well above 10% collateral. 10% return on collateral. So 490, 491, 490. That will be up here. 490, 491, above price. So that'll be something to watch. All right, together you're definitely getting over 20% on that $100 collateral. So, as long as you're entering at the right time, I would necessarily enter both of them at the same time. But also, me personally, I would feel comfortable with this 490 and 491. Comfortable is the wrong word, but since I have this gap down, I will be paying attention to this gap right here And then the other thing that I will be looking at for this would be my moving averages. This is where it starts getting interesting, because at least for today's candle, you have, this is the 55 moving average, and that is providing support. This is the 200 down here. And then this is the 21 and the 9. So it is kind of sandwiched in between these two sets of numbers, right? So that's what I'll be looking at and checking to see what's going on. This is for triple Q 0 DTE is what I'm looking at for that, but which goes back to, it's kind of sandwiched in between those two sets of numbers for a buyer zone and seller zone. All right. Look at Amazon trying to show off. Amazon 201. It's not that far from its high point. It is right at highs. Is what's going on there. So, and you know, since it gapped up, there's a very good chance that with that being a buyer's gap because the buyers pushed it up with that strong volume, that it will come back, and I don't expect that to just push right through here immediately, all in one day. It could. I don't know what the ATR is for Google. I don't know what's ATR offhand, but I do know that this gap up is a nice leg out on a buyer's formation right here. So it's still going to be looking for the level at the top for a while. We have this over here, so it is in a seller zone. And when I say level at the top, I'm just saying because it's at highs, we've been seeing on some of the charts where it looks like price has kind of been getting pinned at the high point where the high is. So we'll see on quite a few charts, we'll see a trend line that looks something like this under current price. And then we'll see where it's flat up here, and price pretty much, has to make a decision whether it's not. Sometimes it'll pop out and keep going. Sometimes it'll turn around. But this right here is an example of what we've been seeing in the charts for a while now. Right? So just be aware of that it is in a seller zone. This is, to me, a weak seller zone because we've had all of these candles sitting here in the past. This is July, right? So there's plenty of activity that has happened in the past here. Couldn't break through 198 before. So now we're back to it again. May or may not have some activity based on that, but I can tell you that the lows are getting higher. If nothing else. All right. We're going to remove this. Normally, I would not create this buyer zone until the end of the day. The only reason I'm doing this right now is because this gap up is so high that I know regardless, I shouldn't say that. The likelihood of this coming all the way down and then through here is might be a little bit, based on the ATR, may not happen. But this formation is not all that great either with this gap out. So somebody was requesting to look at, now what I would do is this, because this is the neighboring candle. So I would include this in the zone and do it that way. So if we're looking at Amazon for next Friday, based on this chart, yeah, I would have no problem looking at this put credit spread. Especially since Amazon had earnings already. Earnings. So I will be looking right here. If this is me, this is a 2.5 spread, 190, 187.5. All right. And then we're looking at 34 cents right now. Yeah, with a nice buffer. Now, nice, put that in quotations. Nice buffer with that gap that is there. Let me check and see. So I do have them. Okay, so 4.82 is what their ATR is. ATR of 4.82, 196 to 190 is about $6. Yeah, I'll be okay with that. And I'm pretty sure the moving averages are going to be providing support right up under the gap. All right. Would definitely be okay with this. Let's see how it goes now. And we're going to move all studies to clear up the chart. So I'm looking at 35 cents on that for next week. Expiration, this is a 2.5 spread, so $250 collateral. So collected $35 on $250 collateral. That's over 10% return on collateral. Okay. LL says, should we start consider taking the trades that Jamie Sims sounds off on these calls? That's funny. So yeah. Now the funny part is I put in some of these trades during the morning calls. So that's where some of these are coming from. But yeah. Guess that wouldn't be a bad idea. We send millionaires around here. We send millionaires. We do what we do. All right. That's funny. Let's take a look at SPDX on the 15-minute chart to see what we were doing in terms of, check it out. SPX broke out. This would be a cheer formation, so I'll be interested in seeing what happens if this retraces and comes back down. Right here, leg in, base, leg out. This is the Mancini number, one of the ones for his top number. So we'll be watching this to see if it retraces this candle just finished closing. And now I'm just looking at the 5-minute to see what happened in that time frame. So looks like it is pushing off of or reacting to this 57.66. So that will be something to watch. Of course, the time to get in probably would have been once it passed the top of this one. That would have been one possible entry point. There would not be, you could literally create an alert if you wanted to based on that Mancini number. And I would say bullish breakout, something like that. Just say create. So get an alert when it breaks out past here. Then you'll know, okay, let's see what happens for Russell 2000. Right, they did its breakout, and it is holding serve right here. This will be another one where you can go. Let me do a alert. It breaks out past that. Let your boy know. Now, because we still got some things that are being reported, that could be something to watch out for in terms of what could be coming up next. Right? But I'm seeing this as a strong. Already we got the alert for that. So I'll be looking at the 5 once I got that alert. Let me zoom. Let the player zoom in. So I'll be watching to see if this is going to retreat. What's going to happen in between here and here, which is only $4, but that's what I'll be keeping my eye on. All right. I don't see any more takers. Okay. Let's go with our. Everything is up currently. The VIX is down 8.33% to 21.23. Apparently, Amazon is representing. There will be some more tech layoffs from what I'm hearing and reading. There should not be any surprise to that. Apple's services unit is now $1 billion a year juggernaut after phenomenal growth. This is why when everybody be piling on Apple, I'd be like, y'all might as well stop. Whenever they talk about Apple ain't doing this, Apple ain't doing that. I'm like, Apple gonna make their money. There's no doubt. Apple and Nvidia to me is gonna continue printing cash. All right. And Zuckerberg is still talking about doubling down on the metaverse or whatever the phrase he's using. So that is still happening. All right. So let's go to our E2T declaration. By faith, I'm a successful trader. I'm a wise and knowledgeable trader. I make smart and lucrative decisions for my portfolios. Money likes me because money is comfortable around me. It is drawn to me. Right? E2T daily prayer. Lord, give us wisdom and knowledge for our trades today. Help us to make smart and lucrative decisions for our portfolios. All right, everybody. I want you to stay green, get this money, have I almost want to say a safe trading day. Don't forget, we still have a couple things in the pipeline for today in terms of investing.com has a little bit more on their list, of course, with this CFTC information right here. So feel free to check back on these, investing.com, economic calendar, and the Forex factory calendar before you enter something, just to be on the safe side. But we are at that 10 o'clock turnaround area, so we can, keep our eyes and ears open. All right. You all have a great trading day, and we will be posting our Mancini numbers in our groups, Telegram groups. And if you have any questions, you can always tag us in Telegram and in the comments here. All right. You all have a good one. Thanks for joining us.